Okay, you guys, so here we are next to the rip current danger sign, right? If you're swimming and the rip current pulls you, you can get sucked out to sea. Now, as a surfer, the rip is your friend because it's like an escalator getting you out to the waves you want to surf. So when you have knowledge of the rip current, it's just like investing. It's like you know where things are going. You know the trend and how to get there, right? So if the goal is to get the wave that's gonna barrel and it's breaking off of a rip current that's hugging a sandbar, that's very similar to investing, right? When you know that there's gonna be a shift from urban real estate to countryside real estate, right? Because when COVID hit, if you were ready to seize opportunities, you knew people are gonna move out of cities. And so what did they do? You see the wine country in Sonoma County, you see San Mateo County coast, you see those markets start to explode. And if you were positioned for that, just like in a rip current, I take rip currents out to waves, right? And when I get out to the wave, I know when is the right timing to catch the wave, because if I miss the wave, guess what? The rip current keeps taking me. So it's the same thing with investments. If you know when things are starting to shift and then things are moving that direction, right? You just need to know when to take off on the wave. Because what happens when the market starts to move, right? We call that a momentum trade. So a rip current's kind of like a momentum trade. It's like when the market's moving, you might go, oh man, I missed out. I should have bought it lower. Now it's too high. But do you know how long this rip current, this trend is gonna be? So like with this urban to countryside living, this trend's been going on for like 2 years now, and it's continuing to push. So some of these markets like Knoxville, Tennessee, or San Mateo Coast, or Sonoma County, or the foothills of the Sierra Nevadas, all these places started to explode, but people just saw the danger. Oh, I don't want to buy because it's too high. They don't realize how far this trend is going to go. So a rip current is a lot like investing in a momentum trade as things are trending up, right? That's often where you make your most money the fastest. But you got to be aware of your surroundings, just like a rip current. All these surfers that are out there right now that are above intermediate, they want rip currents. Every investor, they want movement in the market. They want ups and downs. They want markets to show sustainable trends. And they're not afraid to jump on board when it's already come off the bottom. Don't be that person who's left behind because you're always wishing you had bought when it was lower, right? There's always someone who bought that piece of real estate or that stock at a lower price, right? Again, don't let your pride get in the way of making a deal and becoming part of the people who are winning. Okay? It's okay if 5 other people, 1,000 people figured it out before you. If there's longevity to that trend, if that rip current's gonna pull you all the way out to the peak, just go with it, right? But you gotta kind of look at the experts. The expert surfers tell you when to use a rip and when to not use a rip. Like we were just at Montara Beach earlier today. One of the best surfers ever grew up in Montara. He and I were standing there. We're talking about a rip bowl. It's a left, breaking at the middle of the beach. I go, yeah, that's the best wave on the beach. But he and I both knew that current's strong. He's like, yeah, I might get out before I gotta go to work. And then as we were walking back to the parking lot, he goes, you know what? I don't think I'm up for like that paddling. So just like investing, it's like, you know, he knew all the different variables that were gonna be involved in getting him to ride that wave. The same thing, if you're investing, you know, a lot of it's research. So maybe gaining your knowledge slowly without pulling the trigger is the best thing for you. But what I'm trying to encourage you is at some point, just like surfing, you gotta learn, these are your friends. When you see things exploding and moving, that's your friend. That means it's your opportunity. So, like and subscribe to the channel. I'm gonna constantly be feeding you this kind of thinking so that you can fortify your mind to make things happen, to live your dream, so that you can be successful. Everyone can do it. You live in the world of abundance. You don't live in a place where there's not enough for everyone. There's enough for everyone. So let's work together. Let's build a community. Let's make this happen for all of us. Like and subscribe. Talk to you guys soon.